Yo, what's up, YouTube? Episode 3, Heem out of Phil. My man Keem out of South Phil, you know.
Hey,
And
Pazam.
your father, forget about it. So we're gonna tap into this. Let me start my rant off, right? Let me start my rant.
Okay.
The how diabolical the Cowboys are. I mean, everybody know Eagles fan hate this team, whatever, whatever. Bruh, my playoff hopes was on the line. I was tied 95 to 95. These clowns gave up 2 touchdowns to Joe Mixon off the rip. Like you can't make it up, bruh. 2 touchdowns. I'm like, all right, Nico Khan's gonna do his thing. Nah, he got shut down. And then Joe Mixon snapped again. He had like a 40-yard reception. I'm like, bruh, I'm like, yo, had one job. Like, why y'all can't stop the run? I don't get it. So that's my little rant. I was just sick, bro. I was sick. I was watching the game. I'm on the couch. I'm like touchdown. I'm like, fuck. All right, cool. Another touchdown. I'm like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That was my disappointment with the. I mean, it was good. Y'all won. Y'all lost, but you already know.
Man, when I tell you, like I expected somewhat of it. I expected somewhat of a loss because I'm like, we got Cooper rushing.
Uh-huh.
The offense really ain't been doing nothing much off the whole season anyway. And whenever we did, it was like we squeaked past against certain teams. And it's just like, we played, you know, Cleveland and the Giants. We beat them. But I don't even remember who the third team we beat because it don't matter. We're three and forever. So I'm like, all right, going to this game, they did the joint from the commercial. You know what I said? Like, it gave them hope. I take it away. That's exactly what they did to all of us in the game. Like, oh, give us a little hope, take it away. Thought we was getting some production. Defense
Right.
showed out, came out, started the game off pretty well, and then all of a sudden they wasn't getting no type of, I should say, support from the offense. Offense ain't putting up no points. Coaches are making dumb decisions as far
Offense
as
is
special
straight
teams.
trash. Y'all ain't got no
Man,
run game. No run game.
which is, oh,
Non-existence.
it don't exist. It don't exist. And you know what's crazy? The one game when it did exist, my man had 52 yards at the half, and the coach said, that's going to be it. In this game, they said, you know what? You ain't got nothing but 8 yards at the half, so we're going to keep trying to run the ball with you. I was like, yo, this is asinine. All the things that are going on with this coaching was
He had 10
absolutely,
rushes for 28 yards.
what? Like,
Oh, Cooper Rush threw for 354
yeah, he had like most of them Jones was well, obviously the biggest
garbage
jump from
time.
Turpin. Turpin had the biggest pay of the game at 60
He
something
should have
yards,
had he
John.
should have had 5 picks out there.
Yo, yeah.
He dropped 2 pick sixes.
They dropped Jones right in their
The
hands. One,
one,
yeah, with a pick six, he dropped one
the
Jones right in his
one,
hand.
I don't know why he tried. I feel like that when you try to catch with your body when you going the other way.
But they D-best for a reason.
Yeah, but you supposed
But
to just tuck that,
they don't know nothing
keep
about
it
that.
going.
They probably spent about a quarter of practice, not even a quarter, a fraction of practice on hand drills. And they were like, they don't go to the juggler. They pass the ball between each other. That's it. That's all they do. High point
Oh,
the ball. High point the ball. They like do they drills and that's the high point. And I bet they ain't catching them at practice. So it's like, I don't, they ain't gonna catch it in the game either. But the fact that they was thrown in the direction and the way the pass that he was doing was completely out of character for him. You wouldn't think that he had a record of 5-2 in his starts. I
I,
was like, he
I
playing like crap.
I think the team was just better at that point. You had more of a solid running game with Tony Pollard and Zeke.
Yeah, yeah.
You
The
have
defense.
y'all had Cooper, right? Did y'all have Cooper when he was in CD Lamb? Because he didn't play last year. He played 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think because the game that what's name played in, because I remember Noah Brown went off that game because Noah Brown and Cooper Rush get a lot of the snaps at practice. So obviously when they got in, they had they rapport with each other.
Right.
And I think Mark Cooper did play that joint. His number was stagnant. And that was
Yeah.
when back when Mark Cooper, they said he disappeared in a whole away games. Like when
Mhm.
and I was like, well, dang, the stats did show it. Like my man go
I
off
mean,
when he away.
no matter
We
how
play
you
at home.
slice it, just change the dynamic of the game, right? When you got two
Yeah,
receivers, you got a running back, like
yeah.
you
The
can get
defense got to respect things differently at that
you
point.
can get off.
But nonetheless, he didn't put up like astronomical points either. The defense was actually like we had a top 10 defense that year.
Who did y'all lose on defense?
They lost when you say the names, it don't sound like a big impact. You know what I mean? Because it's like you say, oh, you lost Dorrance Armstrong. He's one of the defensive ends. He went to Washington. And then we lost our linebacker, who was our linebacker. He went back to the safety, which actually he went back to the bench. So that's when we brought in somebody. But he was actually pretty better. But then we lost to injury. We lost Tank. Michael was out. Our second round pick, or our pick Marshawn Nealon, he got hurt. The other defensive, and we had I forgot his name. He got hurt as well this year. So that's
Right.
all. That's the defensive in room pretty much. So now you got nobody. You got nobody, and your defensive tackles. You got Osa Dickey-Zua who stayed, and then you got Mozzie Smith, trash. So I'm like, we ain't really got much going on there. And then on the cornerback room, you got DeRon Bland. He's out this year, and we lost Stephen Gilmore in the off season.
Oh yeah, I
And
forgot about him. Y'all definitely lost him.
so now we only had not even Trayvon Diggs for all the year. We had Trayvon Diggs, he came back, and we still don't have DeRon Bland. So we were going to go to nobody on the other side. It was like I don't even know who 24 is, but he was getting
Uh-huh.
cooked. I'm talking about. I was like, wow. The thought in my mind was, if you think like, are you trash and you are on a professional team, why don't people who are in charge say, hey, this guy is terrible. Get him out of here. Get somebody else that can play. I don't get it. Are you rather just
And
rock out with these bums?
that's who's in charge of that, Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
It's it's crazy because 35-10 is wicked though. And you know what's crazy? I heard that they can't even flex y'all game out next week. Y'all supposed to play. Let me look at this. I think y'all
It's a
supposed to,
Thursday night game, right? Is it a
huh?
Thursday night game? It's not a Thursday night game.
I think it's a Monday night game. It's
I know
Monday
they play that, then they play Thanksgiving. So it's like a
It's
short
not
week.
Monday night. It can't be Monday night.
It's a Sunday. I think it's Sunday and Thanksgiving. I forgot. I don't know what time the
In
Sunday
fact,
one is.
they were saying December 9th. That's a primetime game. When is the 9th? I was listening to Shannon talk about it. He said they can't flex y'all out because something about the schedule on Monday and the Simpsons supposed to be airing something like that. I'm like, damn, you can't flex out because the Simpsons. That's crazy work.
Saved by the Simpsons.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's a you don't want that team to be on prime time anyway. Everybody gonna watch us get smacked. Like there's those.
I, bro, it's how much as I hate the Cowboys. It's not even fun watching y'all get slapped like that. I feel like it's good. No, y'all not good, but I like when y'all think y'all can win, but now everybody know y'all gonna lose.
I ain't gonna.
Everybody
But
know it.
it don't tone down the rhetoric from these fans, man.
I,
Like be getting all the DMs and I get
look,
to work, I gotta hear that, the little sly remarks with the no about the I get
and
on an employee bus with a Cowboys hat on, I gotta hear the bull job from them. They be like, oh, you
let's,
brave wearing that. So
let's go
shut
through
up.
your schedule. Y'all got Commanders, probably lost. Giants
Yeah.
win. Y'all lose to the Giants, bro.
Pack it up.
The
Pack
Giants.
everything up. Like
Jerry Jones got fired himself. Y'all lose to the Giants. Oh God. Roof already falling apart, man. Bro, somebody gotta go. Um, y'all play the Bengals, lost,
mm.
Panthers. I don't even know.
It might surround be an L. Shoot. Look,
Buccaneers,
you
L, Eagles,
probably
L,
L.
Commanders.
Probably L. I don't see they don't get better. You
Y'all should
can't
win.
get better.
Y'all should win two out of the next six.
And you know what's crazy? I got mixed feelings about that rest of this Jones, rest of the season because, like, on one hand, I'm like, I want these Bulls to lose, and so we can get a better pick. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I don't care if y'all lose because if y'all lose out and we get a good pick, y'all mess that up anyway. Like, look who y'all drafted the past 2 years. Steak. And I'm like, there's not gonna be a Michael Parsons in this draft. You ain't gonna have a Tyron Smith in this joint or anybody else who we drafted good.
Uh-huh.
They ain't gonna be in this draft. I don't even know who in this draft because I don't follow on college team. But I ain't hearing nothing about him. Normally somebody like a player like, oh yeah, you know, Jalen Ramsey when he was coming out, Ezekiel Elliott when he was coming out, Derrick Henry. Well, he didn't really get that much hype like that. But them two other names, you was hearing about them during the season, like how they projected to be high players. I don't hear nobody, no murmurs, except for Deion's son. That's all you hear. But it's like obviously Deion's son. And even though I
But
don't
y'all
watch
can't.
that game, so I don't know how good he is.
I keep hearing he's good, but y'all, why would y'all get him? Y'all just paid Dak $60 million.
See, that would be a Jerry move to the most. Like when they was about to get Manziel when we had Romo. And thank goodness they didn't because we ended up getting Zach Martin with that. But that wasn't the Jerry's move. Now this year, I feel like Jerry got more pull on stuff because look at the bonehead moves we making. And he gonna be
Right.
like, I want him. This is our only chance to get him and maybe Dion. And they gonna like, and his son's gonna be like, I don't know. At the end of the day, this, that, and the third.
I don't feel like Dion. Why would Dion even want him?
Oh,
Why would Dion even want to coach there?
well, Dion be saying stuff, but you don't never know. Like he didn't say he was leaving Jackson. Oh, I think he did. And he
It's
left.
they. I heard he don't want to coach. From what I heard in the interview, he don't want to coach NFL.
But how long you think he's gonna be coaching once his son's is not playing for him?
Well, I think the rumor is that he go to another school. But then I heard earlier that they just drafted not drafted. They just had the number one QB sign up for Colorado State like last year. So he's
Mm.
backing up his son. So there's a lot of speculation, but I heard on the interview him saying that he don't want to coach. He said because too much money involved. You
We'll see. We'll see.
said we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, all
You're
I'm
not coming to
process with it.
Cowboys, bro.
Well, I don't care because either way, yeah, I feel like it ain't going to happen anyway. Because if you get a coach like Dion, I'm gonna say any coach like that got any blowback or gonna get any give any blowback to Jerry, then I come in here. Mike McCarthy's a whole chump in them interviews, yo. My man is Jerry will say like Michael. They'll go to. They said on the Cowboys podcast, John. They was like in the interviews they'll ask Mike McCarthy a question. Mike McCarthy say something about a player. Then
Hmm.
right after that they'll ask Jerry the same exact question. He'll say something totally different about the player.
Right.
Then the next day they'll call back in another interview to ask Mike McCarthy about the same player again. And then Mike McCarthy haven't answered. Then the reporter say, but Jerry said this. He said, oh, he said that. Yo, what? Puppet, yo, convene with your man before you come out here and talk to these
He
reporters.
be getting
Like
kind of disrespected too.
clearly, that's what's going to happen. Any coach that come up in this joint. So Dion, he too outspoken. He ain't gonna let that joint ride. I know
No,
he
hell
probably
no. It's gonna
and
be they gonna clash.
yeah, and that's gonna be it.
100%.
That's gonna be it, and that's why I don't see it happening. So therefore, I don't know what coach you're gonna get. Stuff
So
look dark, man.
let's transition this. What's up with y'all stadium? Let's start
Well,
right there.
that stadium be on the corner. That's all I gotta say. That joint be
Why,
used a lot.
bro, why
That
y'all
joint
got
be
debris falling from the sky?
Cause that stadium get used a lot, man. They use that joint for like all these events. It ain't just football.
Yeah,
You
you
got
gotta pay.
concerts, all
Gotta
that.
pay.
You got monster truck, college games, high school games,
$1 billion
and they do some.
though.
Well, $1 billion
A
nowadays.
billion.
$1 billion
Bro,
nowadays ain't what $1 billion is.
if you go buy a Rolls Royce and for a mil in the first 5 years, it start breaking down. You like, hold up, wait a minute.
I
What's
mean, you
going
heard, you ain't hear what T Pain said when he bought the whatever I forgot what car, some fast fancy car. Drove that joint fast, and then the radiator blew or something like that. And he was like, to get that thing fixed costs like as much as the car.
Yo, that's wicked. That's wicked.
So
That's
shoot,
what
he
I'm
spent a
saying though,
billy on
bro.
this big screen stadium, and I know he made his money back already. You can't. How you got standing room for $175? You made your money back. You made it back. They said that cars can't even drive on the grounds without paying. Like when I went down there for the game, The shuttle dropped us off outside of the parking ground, and we had to walk over. Shit like Disney World.
Let me see how much she paid for the stadium. I gotta look this up.
You know they get city funding too, I think.
Of course, that's how they kind of rob the city from not moving.
Right.
Jerry Jones. I gotta be quicker to this. How much Jerry Jones? He worth 16 billion, bro. That's crazy. It was AT&T.
Yup.
AT
AT&T Stadium.
1.3 billion.
And he made it back. He made that back already.
It says Cowboys
Already.
supposed to it cost 650 million and the city of Arlington provided 325. NFL gave him 150 loan and
Mm.
Jerry paid for the rest. So Jerry paid about mm, yeah, 650. Right there, 650.
Big money.
That's a lot of guap, yo. I
That's
tell you,
big money.
I've been to that joint, right?
You did?
Yeah, I went to a SC game like
Huh.
years back. That joint was crazy. But you know what's crazy? It's better stadiums than that now. SoFi, bro, you gotta go to SoFi, yo. That
I see it on TV. It looked crazy.
it is crazy. That joint is ridiculous. Like some of these arenas they build in stadiums, like them joints is crazy. Like it's so big. And then we playing the Rams this upcoming week. Guess how much tickets are?
I'm gonna say like 2,500.
Nah, not that much. But it's like 300 for
The
just think
nosebleeds or
for
the
have you
standing
even
room.
Eagles don't even have do Eagles even have like a 520 section?
No, I think 400 is the highest to go.
Is it? I thought it was three. Well, anyway,
Oh,
it's a
I know it's
fucking excuse my language. It's a freaking 500 section. Dumb high. I'm looking at the tickets like, nah, bruh.
So
Nah.
you know what? Have you ever sat in the stadium and like the seats all the way to the back? I know you probably did a basketball game, like the seats all the way back to the wall, like the nosebleed seat.
Yeah. I haven't done that in a minute though. I ain't gonna cap.
My shout out, big up to everybody who do that, but why? Because you can't see nothing. I don't care what venue you are in, you don't see nothing. If you're in baseball, you might as well be watching techno. And if you're on basketball, you really ain't seeing no game. I don't
Nah,
get it.
bro.
You
You
got
can't.
buy binoculars. Who are rent binoculars?
You're right. You
So
can't
play
see
that, watch a
nothing.
game.
That joint crazy. You're right. You can't see nothing at all.
I went to a game, a Sixers John, and I sat so far back, I know the walls in the Sixers game had carpet on the back. So I
Uh-huh.
was like, dang, he back here. And I was like looking at the game, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm looking like, and it's far. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's looked like 2K97 out this John. And I'm like, you can't see nothing. So I got bored and left. I was like, we ready to go. This is whack. The seats was free though. But still, why would you give us all and I see empty seats down there too. They could give us them.
So you
But
got
nonetheless,
to sneak down.
I ain't trying
Speaking
to get
about
kicked
the
out.
Sixers, they are absolute trash. A dumpster fire, bro. Yo, they is 2-11 and beat is out of shape. Maxey hurt. Paul George, I don't know what Paul George got going on, but
He ain't enough. That's all that is. We always
that's
have
it's
we
wicked.
we have all these debates at work, right? And I was like, I'm an Embiid fan. So I was talking about Embiid or whatever. My man was like, Embiid's trash. It's that third, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, his man is Jokic. And I was like, Jokic is better than Embiid because Jokic make the team better. And I said, I'm not in depth view of basketball like that. But I am an Embiid fan, so I'm gonna defend my man Embiid right quick. All I know is when Embiid and Jokic head up, Embiid dropped darn near 50 on him. So I don't care what you're talking about. He dropped triple dub on my man, and that's
Uh,
what he did. So I'm like, I don't care what you're talking about.
just had to project this right now. Jokic's better than me.
Well, yeah. Like, oh,
He
because
like
like
that.
what on like I know because stats well before this year, not this year, because this year's different. The years prior, the stats look kind of identical, very identical. Individual stats, team stats obviously different, but the individual stats look very much identical.
Well, I would say what makes Jokic better is he a better passer.
Okay.
He's scoring the clutch. And B is better offensively. Like we talking about pound for pound, like getting a bucket. Like Embiid is probably one of the best skilled big men that I've ever seen. People would say even this generation, but he can't pass better. Defenses Embiid play better defense, but it really doesn't impact the game as much as you would think, especially because you're a center.
Yeah.
Um, and honestly, like, call a spade a spade. When you can't get out the second round, like it is what it is. You talk about you talk about two of the best people and like what have you accomplished? That's the Nets. Because if their numbers comparable, then like what have you done? And be always underperform.
You know that sounds eerily the same. I'm gonna jump back to the other one, to the Cowboys. When you can't get out the second round, it's like that's crazy, yo. You got players that get all these accolades and all that. You got Michael Parsons getting Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Dak got Rookie of the Year. Ezekiel Elliott, almost top of Russian champion. And then Ezekiel, all these All Pros on your team. They want to name all these All Pros. They got Michael Parsons All Pro, CeeDee Lamb All Pro, Deron Bland All Pro, Dak, DeMarcus Lawrence old self All Pro. Dak, oh, don't even say nothing bad about Dak. Then you're gonna hear all of this from everybody telling you how Dak is this, that, and the third. But then all of a sudden they're gonna build all this clout. Oh, the line is this. You got Zach Martin, he's an all pro, he's a Hall of Famer, which is true. But then you got on the end these whoop de whoop people, Tyler Guyton, Terrence Steele, trash. You got the boy Terrence Smith, something Smith. He all right, but our center, who the heck is he? You took our running back game, is gone. Who the heck is the second tier running back? Is it Zeke or is it Rico Dowdle? They both were second tier to me. Matter of fact, second tier is
Zeke is
somebody
not
you
even
would rather
second
put in
tier
your
no more,
bench.
bro.
Zeke is out of the league material. He should be in the commentary booth somewhere. Matter of fact, he can't pronunciate enough to be in the conversation booth. You ever heard my man talk? He be like,
Uh, I never, it's good. I never hear him talk.
you don't want to hear him talk because it sounds dumb. He be like, yeah, because I'm like, ew, stop talking to him. He don't know what he's talking about, and he don't even supposed to be here right now. Stupidity on the Cowboys' behalf, but yet they blow their heads up. This is all the Cowboys media boys too. That's why I hate hearing them talk in the offseason. Because every time in the offseason, they be like, yeah, because we're going to do this, and he's going to do this, and he's going to make that turn, and then we're going to be this, that, that. And everybody's good, huh? No one's bad on the team? Okay. And then all of a sudden, now look at the season we got. Now I want to see y'all defend them the way y'all was before. Now y'all say, oh, all the
Man,
fans, they don't know. The fans don't know what this is. They
um,
don't see what we see. We see trash.
just know, we know. Well, I ain't a Cowboy fan, but we know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in the land of haters. So I know when they genuinely hating or they just saying the facts. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say them bum ass Cowboys. They the bum ass Cowboys trash, but we 13-3. I'm like, we not bums. Y'all just hating. I get that. But now they say something like, y'all are bad. That's different. They don't even sound from an
Actually,
Eagles fan. That sound
I
legit.
actually thought y'all would be a threat though. I'm not even going to cap.
That's because what did you hear? What do you hear? Do you
I
hear
mean,
anything bad? You
it
don't
was
hear
the
nothing
same
bad
team
about
from
them
last
boys.
year. I mean, I'm not like I don't like the Cowboys, but I'm not investing into like what they do in the offseason, their needs and you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm an Eagles, like I know what we need, I know where we're lacking. So like
Yeah.
if y'all coming in with the same roster, I'm thinking like, all right, if anything, what 10, 10-7, 11-6 playoff? And
You
that's
would
it.
have thought that. You would have thought that, especially with the offense kept most of their weapons except for the running back. That's the only thing that left out of the offense. Tony Powell left. That's it.
It's crazy.
And well, who was our second wide receiver? No, that was it. Tony Pollard. Because we still got Jalen Guyton. Jalen Guyton. Saying his name. Oh, I forgot the ball. Number one. We still got him. I think his name's Tyler Guyton. We still got him. CeeDee Lamb, obviously. Um, I can't remember this bull's name. He fly airplanes and stuff. He played for matter of fact, he played against the Eagles in the Super Bowl and the Bull knocked him out. Y'all played against the I think it was the Patriots, and he had caught a pass, and
It sounded. I remember that, but I don't know the name.
I that's why I can't remember his name either. But ah,
You know,
anyways, he's still there, but he
it's
hurt though.
crazy because football, right? Like I feel like basketball, you see it too, but football, like really, like it's just the script can just be flipped in 1 year. You can go from like almost winning the Super Bowl, like legit, you could be in the Super Bowl and be trashed the next year, or
49ers.
you could be you could be the best team and legit be trashed the next year. Like that's it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
who would have thought the 49ers are a team you can't bet on now? It was like, wow, what happened to them?
that's why I always,
Dang, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you?
that's why I used to always like that's why I always one reason why I always like football over basketball. It's just more parity. Like basketball, you got like this top team, but like usually like any given year, you kind of know who's going to be at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Football, like I mean, who we got this year? Lions. It's gonna be a bunch of teams.
it's gonna be a few teams that you wouldn't think of that was actually that good, like the Cardinals. They might actually be in play contention. No one thinks about that. No one thought about that. They were terrible the past 2 years,
Yeah,
but now they actually can be
people
in playoff
was
contention.
people was kind of out on Kyler Murray.
Yeah, yeah. So and now they back right back in the party. Like, hey, we here, Buccaneers. I mean, obviously they went to the playoffs last year too, but
Man, the Buccaneers own us, bro. But hey, we see them. We got something for them because they lost Godwin and Mike Evans. So you know
man,
you know what our problem was Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just be heating Jalen Hurts up.
yeah.
They be
I mean,
blitzing the
yeah.
hell out of him.
That's that's weird because y'all offensive line is pretty good though. So like they do well against the blitz on a lot of teams.
Well, I think it's Hurts don't. I think well last year it was play call. I can say it was play call. Last year play call was trash. I just think Hurts don't read the field as he don't process things as quick he need to.
You know what's really sickening? How y'all offense don't look. I mean, Kellen Moore has been productive when he played for us, when he coached for us. He was productive. We like got 12 wins in a year and stuff like that. And like now, but we didn't run the ball like y'all guys do. And when we had Zeke Elliott, we didn't run the ball like y'all guys do. I think y'all last this past week, Saquon Barkley broke 100 yards, 1,000 yards. Man, that's what Tony Pollard got in all-purpose yards in the whole year. Zeke Elliott didn't get 1,000 yards until like we had to get 18 games.
You know what I think it is though? I'm just call a spade a spade. I think now that I think I know Dak is a better thrower than Hurts. Like
Well, I
I
already
think,
knew that.
huh?
I mean, I already knew that part of
So
the
so I think well our team you have to establish a run for Hurts really to excel. And I think maybe with y'all that like
that's the same person. That's the
huh?
same. Dak needs the same thing.
I mean Dak was balling like Dak, bro.
I
For
know his
whatever
stats was
Dak go
crazy.
in the playoffs, bro, but regular season he be snapping. And I always criticize Dak because like sometimes he'll be like the go down a lot and like kind of like late, like like you'll be down 20 and then he'll start throwing for like 400 or 500 yards.
And that's the I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the same because I don't watch all the Eagles games, but Jalen Hurts got another dimension that Dak don't have, obviously the mobility.
Yeah.
Dak, he this is how the game goes with the Cowboys, especially like when they play against the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs. That was the first prime example of how Dak be in a lot of games ever since then. He will be on cruise control through the first and second quarter. They was
Yeah.
blowing us out 28-7.
Yeah.
He turns it on, and now we 20, 21, 28. I'm like, but the defense that whole time is being consistent. They're being consistent because, like, yeah, out the second half, now you scoring. The other team is not scoring, but you're scoring now and keeping the ball more. The first half, you was putting defense right back out there. So they was
Mhm.
getting gassed, and now the other team's scoring. So now, Dak, you want to actually play quarterback, and you want to do turn it on the end. and then we end up losing. That's why a lot of people call it garbage time because it's like, dude,
Yes.
you turned it on too late. I think Shannon Sharp said it first, like I said before, it was a great point of view of it. He like, how are you going to say, like, say, oh, Dak's a warrior, a fighter? Like, how are you going to tell my man congratulations for putting out a fire that he started?
It's
I'm
like
like, that's true though.
when was it's like well when Shay said he said like they play different coverages, right? Like when you up. And I never understood this with the NFL. I would never understand this. With sports in general, if I am whooping you by playing this way, I'm gonna continue playing this way. I'm not switching up no coverages. We're not doing nothing different unless it's like, are we up 30 with like 5 minutes left. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like they'll come out the second half and start playing cover three, 4 quarters. Like I'm not doing none of that, bro. Like or
That's
we just gonna keep running the ball. Like I'm the type like, yo, I'm gonna keep scoring, bro. Game over with. Like, let's run it up.
well, when they change their coverage up, that's one giving the players a break because now we out there as opposed to being like as opposed to being the man coverage or you got zone blitzing and stuff like that. You got all the schemes and who you got to pick up X Y Z. But if you straight up cover four, cover three, it's like I'm just sitting back and making sure none of these boys get back, and they got to get back here because they got to
And
score.
but they always do eventually. That's
Now
my
that was the thing because Dak would actually them stupid hitch routes that they always ran. It worked.
everything is
Them
open
curl
underneath.
routes, right?
Yeah,
And
everything
that's what
open
bring them
underneath.
back. And then that's when they baited into the whole format of what they was like. You doing these curl routes. Then the defensive coordinator like, all right, you got to play up. They play up, you go over. That's how it was a good concept. But it's like now you down. So if they go back to what they was doing in the first quarter, in the fourth quarter, you lose.
But you know it's crazy because it always happened that way, right? Like they'll play prevent quarters, however you want to slice it. And then when they get to that last drive, they'll go back to the defense they're playing. And then you see the
Mm-hmm.
difference, right? Like they'll go,
Yeah.
and not talking about that, I'm just talking about in general, like quarterbacks in general, like when they come back, then that last drive be different because you'll see a 3 and out freaking, you'll get one first down and then it's a wrap. Like it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was because of defense, not because you like this clutch comeback kid. Like
Right. And I'm like, that's what people glorify Dak for that, and I don't. I don't like to glorify the quarterbacks. Period.
been saying that about Dak, bro. I said Dak is a perfect garbage time touchdown, bro.
I'm
But
like,
I still think he threw the ball better than Hurts though.
he not he not the golden child like everybody put him on his pedestal to be, but he not trash. He's like that, like how I think him and Jared Goff to me, even though Jared Goff got a championship, do he?
Nah, he
Do?
don't.
All right, so they on the same level to me. To
But
me, him and Jared Goff the same.
I would say Hurts on the same level with them. I would
Yeah,
just say
he's on the same keel with them.
I would say like, and this was me and Mark argue about. I was like how Hurts now. I agree. I don't think Hurts is that year we went to Super Bowl. I thought Hurts was going to be like top five, top 10 quarterback, but he kind of came back down.
Yeah, he regressed.
Yeah, a big time. But this year he's actually picking up. I think Hurts is a mid-tier quarterback who can get hot for a stretch.
Yeah.
And all I need, and I was telling Mark that, I was like, I don't like, yeah, if we had a better quarterback, like we probably had the best offense in the league. Like we got freaking weapons, Saquon Barkley on the best offensive line, like that's crazy. But I'm like, that's not how it works, right? Like best quarterback don't have usually have the best receivers and the best offensive line and one of the best running backs. Like, I mean,
Oh, that's what I have been saying this, man. When people be arguing with me about it, I'm like, yo, why do y'all always they hold these quarterbacks to this high ass level? Even though I don't like holding quarterbacks higher than everybody. Come on, it's a team sport, but I get y'all glorify the quarterback, but that sucks. But y'all say all the time, not y'all, not you, but people, when they say that the quarterback need more help, I'm like, hold up. You want him to get the most salary and then say, all right, we gave you 3/4 of our salary cap. Now we not get you some help. Like, yo, no, you don't get no help. You wanted all this bread, get it done
and
with
I
these
think
bums.
that's the crazy thing, right? Because like back then, before the balloon of these payments, like back then, you used to have a quarterback that actually won't get a big deal, but you'll use everything else to build around them. Now you got mediocre quarterbacks getting big deals, and still wanting everything around like Hurts. And we was talking about this with E. Like I said, I think Hurts good enough to win. I see him get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kansas City cash at the refs, so it is what it is. Oh God, seem like they get the call every time. So anyway, Hurts is a quarterback that need weapons.
Yeah.
He need a good team around him. If you don't have a good team, he would be. I don't even think he'd be mediocre if he didn't have weapons around him. To be honest, somebody like somebody like who to do a Buffalo.
Um,
He don't need the best
Allen,
weapons.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, he going to snap anyway. So
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I think Dak
Like
need all
him,
right weapons around him, but he clearly need a run game.
Dak, look at the years that he was actually flourishing, and look at the people he had. We went 3-5, and then we got traded for Amari Cooper, and then we went on the run and got to the playoff. He needed Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Tyron Smith on the line, Zach Martin on the line. He need I forgot who else we had. Two other people that was on the line that was good too. I'm like, you need a great offensive line. You need an all pro wide receivers. You need an all pro running back. You needed a defense that's top 10 for you to get to the playoffs. So I'm like, you need all that? And then we want to say, oh, you're the best quarterback? No. Like, I feel like not you can't put anybody back there. I give you that because you can't. But if you're telling me that I can't go and get Jared Goff and put him on this roster that you had and he won't have the same production, you crazy.
I get what you're saying. But my argument always been Ari Cowboys, not Ari Cowboys. I'm like, I don't think Dak is better than Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins and Dak is like the same people.
Mm, mm. Nah, I beg to differ. I beg to
You
differ.
think Dak is better than Kirk?
Yes. Man, look, it's all about
It's 1 minute
Kirk.
left. We got to wrap it up though. But go ahead.
Kirk, did he win a playoff game yet?
Yeah.
When?
Oh, damn! I wish I had more time. I'm ready to go.
Man, he ain't win no playoff games. He lost. He lost a lot of them.
I'm gonna I'm gonna add a clip on this, and I'm gonna lock it in.
He ain't win no game. He ain't win no playoff game. And even if he did, he ain't win more than Dak did. So that makes Dak better.
All
Dak
right,
had Dak
listen,
teams.
chat.
Dak
All right,
teams.
whoever watch this, we're gonna put it up, and we're gonna see. Dak has won what, 2 playoff games?
3.
Cap,
He won 3.
Tampa Bay,
He won Tampa Bay last that year before